Hi, welcome back to my channel, and this is a sound off on the Real Housewives of Miami. Okay, so first of all, my apologies for not doing episode 2, but that episode literally came out on my birthday, and it just didn't end up working out. But I'm here now, okay? And y'all, I'm trying to be happy and smiley and upbeat because this episode, it pissed me off. I have been saying for the last 2 years how Miami is the best franchise. Y'all are really missing out. And I really do feel that way, right? But the way I will stop watching this show, if they think that they could treat Gertie any type of way, I have no problem tapping out. I have no problem tapping out. Because what I'm not finna sit up here and do is watch them mistreat Gertie. I'm really not. Marisol carried her. I will not have that. I will have none of that, okay? I will tap out of this show so fast. It really ain't gonna be that hard for me. It really not. It's really not gonna be that hard. So, let's get into this episode. Because I got some things that I want to say. Okay, so I guess we'll start with Alexia. They showing these little scenes, catching up with everybody. And the way that Alexia is being behind this man, Todd, is embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Like, girl, really? You know, I don't really like Larsa, but I'm never going to be a fake person. I'm going to always give credit where credit is due. When Larsa looked at her stupid and was like, you're allowing this man to decide if he wants to stay married to you or not. You're letting him decide if you guys are going to be together or not. Yes, Larsa. Yes, Larsa. Call her out because she's tripping. She's really tripping. Like, that man is showing you he don't want you. He's showing you that he doesn't want you. And you're like, well, I really don't know. They gave him 30 days to figure out what he wants to do. Who cares what he wants to do? What do you want to do? That man showed you he didn't care about you the way he was talking to your kids when we first met him on this show. When you first introduced this man to us on the show, he showed you then. You are embarrassing yourself behind this man. Let him go, girl. Let him go. He don't got to tell you a million different ways he don't want to be with you. He don't got to tell you at all. He has already showed you that he doesn't want to be with you. She about to piss me off. Like, girl, you deserve better. Do better. As for Marisol getting married, girl, good for you. Good for you. You done pissed me off. So I really don't have nothing nice to say about your union. I'm glad you found your person, though. I am. But good for you, girl, I guess. Okay, so Adriana. Y'all know that's my girl, right? I love Adriana. Like, I adore that lady. I really do. Does she do the most at times? She absolutely does the most at times. Is she annoying sometimes? She can be. You know, when they returned, I think it was season 4, she got on my nerves that whole season. And then I don't know what, she did something, and then I remembered how much I loved her. Like, I really, really, really like her. And I just don't understand why Alexia and Marisol are always so mean to her. Like, y'all can tolerate Larsa in all her rubbish, but y'all treat Adriana so bad. And I guess sometimes if you don't like a person, you don't like a person, and it just is what it is. But I hate how they treat her. Like, I really do. And sometimes it's like she just does little sneaky things, and it's like I don't really be caring that she does little, you know, shady, messy, mischievous things, because F them. They treat her bad anyways, you know? I don't remember what season it was, but remember when she was dating that guy? I think his name was Theory. And they were saying how he was married, and then it turns out he wasn't even married. And they didn't even really give her a sincere apology for lying and messing up whatever she had going on with the guy. Like, y'all are just some miserable batches. But anyways, I digress. I had a teacher, Miss Jackson. Shout out to her. Oh my gosh, she was just everything. She used to say, I digress all the time. Shout out to Miss Jackson, okay? When I tell you she was that girl, she was that girl. I think she was only officially my teacher one year. But even before she was ever my teacher, she was my girl, and I loved her. Shout out to Miss Jackson. But anyways, about to sit down with Adriana and Julia. Julia's annoyed that Adriana has this new boyfriend and she don't have time for her, okay? She's not up her behind like she normally is. And Adriana was like, well, girl, if you miss me, why didn't you call me? Oh, well, I'm used to you calling me and you didn't check in, da 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 da. Julia is feeling herself for whatever reason, and I don't really know what it is. Julia, you're a weirdo. One of my mutuals had your card from day one. My girl Jay, that's my baby, okay? My girl Jay, she didn't like you from day one. She knew you wasn't no damn good. She knew you wasn't no damn good. Julia's weird. I don't understand her. You were a supermodel. You have this amazing life. You married who I assume is the love of your life. Homegirl rich as hell. She give you whatever. She done built you how many homes, gave you a farm, got you some goats and everything that you looking for. And you wasn't acting like this at first. But now you cool with Alexia and Marisol, and now you just feeling yourself. You a whack ass bitch. But I guess. I think at some point, I don't know if Julia has already said this before. I feel like she said this before, that she felt as though Adriana tainted her, how she perceived Alexia and Marisol. Like, oh, she told me stuff about them, so I went in with preconceived notions. I don't know if she's already said this or she said this in the trailer, but I feel like she's alluded to this before. And it's like, girl, Marisol and Alexia, if you think that they care about you, you are a fool. You are a fool and a half. They don't even really like Larsa like that. But they deal with Larsa because Larsa has a certain status. You have a status too, but I don't think that they care. I don't think that they ever will care about the status that you have. But girl, like I said in my last video, I already know I knew you was going to get on my nerves. See, I knew you was going to get on my nerves because I already knew I didn't like how you was treating Adriana. But baby, I had no idea that 3 episodes in, I would totally despise you, girl. I'm sorry. It ain't no coming back for me with Miss Julia, but let's get on with the rest of this episode. Now for Miss Kiki, girl. This scene with Kiki and Gertie, it irritated my spirit. I was just saying in my first video for Miami this season how much I love Kiki because initially I did not like her. Season 4, she didn't do it for me. Season 5, she didn't do it for me. Season 6, I don't know. Like, I was just like, oh my God, I like her now. And then I found out she was my birthday twin, and I was like, oh, I really like you. And you ruined all of that in one episode. One thing about these housewives, they will embarrass you. They will make you eat your words. Because, girl, okay. So, basically, Gertie and Kiki, they link up, okay? The 2 Haitian Barbies, they link up. And, so basically, Kiki is letting Gertie know that the girls have been talking about her behind her back. They not pleased with you. You getting on their nerves. You're doing too much. And let me kind of give you some pointers so that you can get back in their good graces. And I don't like that. I don't like that at all. That is the reason why I didn't see it for Kiki all those previous seasons, because Kiki is like trying to be the agreeable black girl, okay? You're trying to be the model minority in the group, okay? And I don't like that. I don't like that at all. At all. Either the people gonna like you or they're not gonna like you. And it seems like all that ass kissing you've been doing, they still don't really see it for you like that, Kiki, because the way that Lisa was so dismissive towards you last season, I thought that you had finally woken up and smelled the coffee, but I guess I was wrong. You acting like Julia. You feel like you're finally in and you want to give Gertie some advice on how to handle these women. Gertie is a full-grown woman. Gertie has been a full-time housewife since the show been rebooted. Full-time housewife. Since the show has come back. You have been a friend of. You've never held, what do they hold in Miami? A mojito glass? I don't know. You ain't never held one of them, but Gertie has. So what you look like trying to give Gertie any type of advice? I know that Gertie is in a weird spot because Nicole was her ride or die. And Julia, I didn't even realize her and Julia were this close. But Nicole is her girl for real. That's her bestie for real, and Nicole isn't there. So that kind of leaves Gertie in a vulnerable state. But girl, whose friend are you? Because none of them girls really see it for you like that. They don't really like you like that. You constantly have to be bone carrier every single damn time in order for them to even acknowledge you. They don't treat you like they care about you. They don't treat you like you their friend. And you feel like, oh, I'm with the cool girls. Girl, let me tell you what they've been saying about you behind your back. So you can adjust your personality so that they can keep you around. Girl, if this show goes off the air, it goes off the air. If they get rid of any, like, I understand liking this platform and liking being a part of it and all of that. But the whole purpose for them even casting any of you women is because you have a beautiful life before the show came around. So if the show leaves or the show says they don't want to be with you anymore, they want to part ways, they want to get rid of you, they want to move on to the next, you guys need to be okay with that. You was that girl before the show and you will forever be that girl. The women who don't act like that, I don't really like. Ain't no way in the world I'm going on any type of show and falling out with my real friends. Well, maybe y'all not real friends, but it's still, I'm not going on no show and I'm like, no, whatever show I ever get casted on, I'm going with my integrity and I'm leaving with my integrity intact. I wish I would shrink myself for some biddies I don't care about. The way that she was trying to kind of like tell Gertie, well, this is what you need to do. They gave me some things to tell you so that you can kind of, if they don't like her, they don't like her. Who are they? Alexia is walking. The way that Alexia has clicked all the way down behind a man. Girl, if you don't pick up your head and remember who the hell you are, she's the last person that Gertie... Girl, you know what? Scratch all of that. What really pissed me off is the fact that Gertie survived cancer. Do you know how big of a deal that is? Like, that lady fought for her life. She did not fight for her life and kick cancer's ass to come back on this platform and shrink herself for the likes of Larsa, Marisol, and Alexia. Who the hell are they? That lady fought for her life. Not to come back and be the good little black girl and who sits there quietly and she's seen and not heard. Kiki, you disappointed me so badly with the way you was acting in this episode. I'm so embarrassed. Like, girl, what kind of Gemini are you? We do not break ourselves down to little bites for nobody. Okay, we let them heifers choke on us. I was just so annoyed. Like, I'm just annoyed. That lady kicked cancer's ass. And y'all want her to give a fuck about these bitches? Like, oh, she just does too much. She just thinks too much of herself. And she just thinks she's so important. Anyway, guys, I was very proud of my girl Gertie, okay? Because she was like, girl, bye. Girl, on away from me with this, Apollo. Like, girl, I don't care what you're talking about. They don't like something, oh well. They don't like how I'm acting, oh well. I'm not going to edit my personality for any of them heifers. Exactly. And I'm so proud that that's what you said, because who the hell do they think they are? I don't know what I was watching, but the very first episode of Real Housewives of Miami came on. And Larsa is a totally different, like, we know she got new boobies and new booty and new cheeks and filler and lips and nose and everything. She got a new personality and everything. New voice, everything. Like, Andy said that about her. But it's like, when you, like, see it, like, oh, yeah. Girl, you a whole new bitch. She can't tell me she don't like me. She don't like her damn self. This bitch went and bought she transformed into a whole nother being. I wish she would tell me she don't like me, bitch. I don't give a fuck. And then Alexia. What was the fish that Julia said Alexia looked like? Was it a barracuda? See, that's what I like to Julia. Like, just like, you look like a barracuda. Like, a bitch that looked like a barracuda, and then another bitch who had looked like a watermelon, and then a bitch who bought a whole new everything. She bought a whole new soul and everything. Can never tell me nothing about me. Girl. Yeah, Kiki, you clicked all the way down in this episode, girl. But anyways, so we saw that Lisa went back home to Canada for her father's funeral, and she's filming with Jody. And Jody is like, you know, she's talking to him, he's talking to her, and she's saying, you know, basically she had a lot of regret. When she went home to see her dad, he was already unconscious, so she didn't really get to have that moment with him and say much to him, but she's finding out, like, he really did love her. She distanced herself away from him for a really long time, and they had just reconnected, and then this happened. And I feel bad. Like, I feel away because, as you guys know, unless you're new here, but I lost both my parents, like, back to back. Okay. And I lost them, and sometimes it's hard for me when I see people, you know, saying mean things about their parents. Like, it bothers me because I wish my parents were here. And, like, ooh, I'm telling on myself right now. Okay. I'm telling on myself right now. I've had a couple of moments where I've seen people who don't get along with their parents or don't care about their parents. And I ain't gonna lie, in my small moments, I was like, well, damn, God, why did you take my mama and daddy? I love my parents. Girl over there don't even like her mama and daddy. Why you didn't take... It's so wrong. It's so wrong. But I swear to you, I've felt those emotions before. Like, dang, she don't even like her daddy. Why you didn't take him? Why you have to take my daddy? You know what I mean? But it's really how I feel. I don't feel like that no more. Okay, I know that that's a wrong thing to feel, right? But that's just between you and I. But I remember, was it 2 seasons ago or was it last season? No, this was 2 seasons ago when Nicole kept having issues with her dad. She kept bumping heads with her dad. And I remember saying this, like, you can't choose your parents. You can't pick them. They didn't pick us. Like, we're just here on this earth. If you love your dad, you need to figure out how to get along with him for however long you have him, because you're not always going to have him. And when he's gone, he's gone. And I remember they kept trying to tell that to Nicole. And as smart as she is and as educated as she is, it really wasn't sticking. And I think it stuck towards the end, and then she ended up losing her dad as well. And we really didn't get to see this storyline from her. Like, if she was here this season, that probably would have been her same storyline as Lisa. Like, dang, now he's gone, I have all this regret. And I hate telling people, like, you know, make good with your parents, because I know that my experience with my parents is not everyone's experience with their parents. But when I tell you, like, if you can be good with your loved ones, try to fix it if you can. I know for some people it's just not an option, but if you can fix it, fix it. Because you don't want to be here like, dang. I know for me, I loved my dad. I adored my dad, but he had a hard time watching me grow. Like, me being my own person and making my own decisions, that was really hard for him. So we constantly bumped heads. And, you know, he was never gonna let me go. That was my daddy. And I love my daddy. Like, I never grew out of even calling my parents mommy and daddy. Like, they were my everything. But we had our moments too. And it's crazy because now that he's gone, and it's like I talk to other family members and they tell me certain things, and I'm learning so much more about him that I never knew while he was here. And I'm just like, well, damn, I wish he would have told me this. I wish he would have told me that. I wish he would have said this to me, because then maybe I would have understood him better and we would have had an even better, and I don't regret anything with him, but we could have had an even better connection if he had told me this, or if I knew this, or if I knew that. It's something you don't want to feel if you don't have to. Like, if you have the time to fix it, fix it. I'm over here crying and I love my makeup. I'm so vain. But, like, real talk, like, when Lisa was talking, it was like, girl, this is what people be trying to tell y'all. But some of y'all be so mad and caught up in y'all emotions, and then you're going to wake up one day and they're not going to be here, and you're going to realize how much none of that even really mattered. You really are. Trust me, I know. So many things, like, I thought mattered, you realize don't matter at all. But I feel for her. I'm glad that she said at least her dad got to see her kids a little bit and got to know them a little bit. And now she's finding all these things that he had saved from her childhood and as she was growing up. And it's just like, you spend all that time mad at him, and now you have new wounds that you're going to have to fix. And it's like, it's sad. But, you know, if you could fix it, fix it. Okay. So Marisol's wedding reception, I guess. Surprise wedding reception. This eye patch, I just can't take her. Like, you needed an eye patch because you had a sty. What the... Well, mind my business, okay? Whatever is underneath that eye patch is between her and her man, okay? Larsa taking this opportunity to make it about herself and talk about Lisa and Jody's relate. Larsa, you're a disgusting person. You are so disgusting. You didn't have a problem with Jody until now. You're mad because Jody won't bow down and do what you want him to do. Like, she's explaining that, well, y'all saw what happened. She don't want Jody to talk to Marcus. And he was like, oh, he used to talk bad about you. You're a weird bitch. You're a weird bitch. If Marcus used to talk bad about Jody while y'all were together, and used to still come around Jody and Lisa and not say nothing, and now because you and Marcus are broken up, now you're a weird bitch. And why is nobody calling you out on that? I guess it's not worth it to them to say anything to you. You're a weird bitch. Like, I can't believe this woman is 50-some years old. You sitting up there acting, your kids have better sense than you. Like, every time she kept trying to drag her son into the mess, he was like, that's their business. I don't care. I was like, yes, thank God. Thank God. Because your mama ain't got no damn sense. Ugh, she's gross. And then I'm mad that, like, Alexia felt that it was tacky for her to be talking bad about Lisa when Lisa is literally in Canada burying her father. Well, why you don't be telling her to her face that she's a tacky bitch? I'm telling y'all, they don't really like Larsa like that. They just don't want to have to deal with her wrath. And I guess her status means something in Miami, so they just deal with it. But y'all can't tell me y'all like this human being. Like, disgusting ass bird. That's what you are. So this whole thing with Julia and Gertie. So I'm really starting to wonder. Some of these people, do y'all have mental illnesses? Like, are you guys undiagnosed? Because at this point, like, Julia, you cannot be well. You're not well. You are not well. Okay? A couple of you bitches are sick in the head. And Julia is definitely one of the bitches that's sick in the head. So, apparently, there was some cruise situation. Y'all watched it. But there was some situation where they were offered cruises. Gertie and her husband chose a certain date. They went on the cruise. Gertie said the day she came back from the cruise, Julia called her hysterical that Martina could not make the cruise. So she went in Martina's place. See, Gertie, that's where you was wrong, if you ask me. Because you give so much of your time to your career, okay? You and your man just came back from a cruise. That's time that you could still be spending with your man and your kids. And you appease crazy ass Julia and go on a trip with her. You just came back from a trip with you and your man. So your kids ain't seen you for a couple of days. And you go on a trip with Julia. I was going to say something really, really mean and nasty, but I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it, okay? Because I feel like you got to have control over this thing we call mouths. We got to have control. I was about to say something real nasty, but I ain't going to say it. I ain't going to say it. But, Julia, your wife is rich as hell. Bitch, you rich as hell. You rich. And it seems like you've had access to wealth for a very long time. So if your wife can't make the cruise, you don't have nobody else in your life. That's another thing Gertie didn't think about. Julia don't have nobody else in her life that she could have called to go on the cruise with. You couldn't even give somebody a free vacation. Don't nobody like you that much to want to go on vacation with you. Gertie, you walked into that one. I'm sorry. I would have to tell her, like, girl, I just came back with me and my man. And you got you a good man. Okay, you got you a good with a T at the end. A good man, Savannah. Ain't no way in the world I would take 2 minutes away from a Russell to go hang out with crazy ass Julia. You did that to yourself, Gertie. But anyways, you go on the cruise. You tried to make this, the best of it. You use content, whatever. And then apparently there was a dinner that they were supposed to go to. They took Martina off of it and they didn't let Gertie take her place. And so Gertie felt the way towards Julia because you invited me to come on this trip with you. And then this particular dinner, you don't want me to go. What it seems like happened. What it seems as though, obviously, Martina is this huge superstar tennis player. I don't watch tennis. The only thing I know about tennis is Venus and Serena. That's it. That's all I know about tennis. Oh, and then the new baby girl. What's her name? Coco Gauff. And I barely know anything about her. Okay? But really, only thing I know about tennis is Venus and Serena, okay? And I don't know nothing about it. But apparently, Martina is a huge star, right? So, of course, whatever dinner they had going on, of course, they were probably really excited that Martina was going to be attending. And then they find out Martina's not attending. So, whatever. Okay, cool. But you guys are on this trip. I do believe that the way that Gertie loves herself and celebrates herself it bothers several women on the cast because they want to feel that way about themselves. They don't have that confidence in themselves. And so when they see Gertie walking around there proud of herself, happy in her skin, she's bald-headed and she's walking around there like the baddest bitch in the room, like, it bothers them. I feel it's a little racist too. I'm gonna go there. I don't care. I think a lot of times when a black woman is in a group full of women that don't look like her and she's confident in herself, oftentimes some of these women will try to poke fun at you, will try to humble you. And I feel like that has been going on in this group, that they want to humble Gertie. Gertie thinks that she's all this. Gertie has this career and she thinks she's all that. Yeah, oftentimes people want to humble you. Oftentimes people want to humble you when you're just doing the most. They wish they felt that way about themselves and they don't. They wish they loved themselves the way that Gertie loves herself and they don't. And so I feel like Julia purposely made sure that you weren't going to be able to attend that dinner because she wanted to humble you. Oh, I brought you on here and I gave you all of this and you didn't even do this for me and you didn't even ask me this and you didn't even ask me that. It's a cruise, girl. Y'all wasn't going to meet royalty. Y'all weren't meeting the prince and queen and the king and like Captain Sandy. Girl. I think that she wanted her little lick back. She felt the way about Gertie thinking she's all that and she wanted to humble her. And she did it in a nasty way. But it's like, why did you ask? Oh, you wanted to come because you never been on a ship like that. You know what this reminds me of? This is why I will never, when I tell you I will never, ever see it for the Kardashian sisters. I used to love them, but I would never like them ever again. When that whole situation happened with Jordyn Woods, Kim Kardashian made a comment like, Jordyn Woods feeds her entire family off of what Kylie would give to her. That's why I'll never see it for her again, because it was just like, Kim, your come up was us regular people watching y'all reality show. Like, if we did not support your show and support all your endeavors, you wouldn't be the bitch that you are. And you have the nerve to say some shit like that? Like, you raggedy hooker. That's why they say be careful who you make famous. But anyways, back to Julia and Gertie. Julia is a fraud. Julia is a liar. Julia is a weirdo. And good luck to her. Like, good luck to her. She's a trash human being. We knew that she was going to throw water on Gertie. I really was thinking that we've seen Gertie turn up. So I was really thinking that Gertie must have turned up on her and that's why she threw the water, which was still not going to be an excuse, but it would have made a little bit of sense, a little tiny bit of sense. But to see how instantly when Gertie tried to speak up and defend herself, Julia like waved at her and said, shut up. Like, you know, like, who the hell are you? That, I was done. When I tell you I had to walk away and come back and watch, because I was pissed. Like, who the hell are you to silence her? Who are you? And then when she got mad and threw the water at Gertie, that shit, like, I don't really even have too much commentary on that. I'm glad that Gertie really held her composure and just showed herself. She's a woman. She's a woman, and she acted like a classy woman. Julia, you definitely acted like an animal. And I do not like calling women animals, but that's what you behaved as. And then to see the other women not stand up and say anything in Gertie's defense, that pissed me off. You guys have everything in the world to say about any other time. And then Kiki Amar, like, y'all know that meme with Carisha, what she was doing like that? Disgusting. Disgusting. I really don't have anything else to say besides disgusting. I truly, I don't want to see a resolve. I don't want to see a resolve because Julia already exposed what type of human being she is. She doesn't see you as a regular person. She sees you as beneath her. And when you weren't kissing and groveling at her feet, it pissed her off. And that's why she treated you the way that she did. Those boys, I found out that those boys that she adopted were black. That's what the people were saying on Twitter. Thank God they're not black girls. I'm sorry, but thank God they're not black girls because she thinks she's better than you. She thinks that she is better than you. You were her friend. And when she felt like you were kissing her ass, it was all good. But the moment you put yourself, like you made yourself to feel like she realized like, oh, this bitch thinks she's somebody, that angered her spirit. That vexed her. Disgusting. Trash. And I don't want to see a resolve. I don't want to see a resolve. And I'm so glad Gertie is airing you out with the receipts. But Marisol, you raggedy watermelon-sized head skis. For her to go on whatever that little new after show thing that they got going on, and for her to say they were both wrong, you sat there and watched that and you think that they were both wrong? These women don't like black women. I don't care. I said it. Yes. They don't like black women. They only like black women who stay in their place. That's that. And Kiki, you stay in your place and they still don't like your ass. But girl, I guess I really don't have too much more to say about it. It pissed me off. And like, if y'all ever saw my video when Mia threw the water on, when she threw her drink on Wendy, I was trying not to give y'all one of those episodes. I was trying not to do that because, you know, it's kind of late here in Houston, Texas at this moment. And my neighbors, they don't deserve all of that. I should have done this video a lot sooner. But, yeah, if they are, let me tell y'all right now, if they try to gaslight Gertie the rest of this, I'm going to tap out. Like, I don't care to finish watching the season if that's what this is going to be. I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking, okay? Me and the rest of the 92%, we're not doing this with y'all right now, America. We just not doing it, okay? We not doing it. I will tap out if they try to gaslight Gertie or try to make Gertie make nice with Julia. I'll be done with this show. I swear I will. Because I'm not about to deal with it. I'm not about to deal with it. I'm not. Okay? So, I'm sorry, but yeah. I'm hanging in there. I really am. But I promise you, if they keep messing with Gertie and they try to make Gertie take responsibility for something she didn't do wrong, they try to gaslight and play in Gertie's face, I'm gonna tap out. I'm gonna treat them heifers the way they deserve to be treated. Because honestly, I really don't even like too many of y'all anymore. Like, I love Adriana and I love Gertie. Nicole gone. But yeah, I'm gonna try to watch the season, finish the season, and come back here and talk to y'all about it. But if they're gonna try to gaslight and play in my girl's face about this moment right here, I ain't gonna be able to do it, okay? I'm gonna sit my 92% behind down somewhere and watch something else. Because I do not have time for this. I'm tired of them assaulting women, black women on TV and thinking that black women just have to take it. I'm so glad that Gertie was like, she just did not let her crown shift or slip or tilt or nothing. She sat there and she finished the scene and then she got up and left. Because if it was me, I would have dragged Julia all up and through that boat. And I don't like to put my hands on people. I really don't put my hands on people. I'm not about that life no more. Like, I don't be fighting people. I never really been a girl that fought like that, okay? But I grew up with a mama that fights. You know what they said? My daughter's not a fighter, but I am. That was me and my mama. I'm not a fighter. My mama was a fighter. But when your mama is a fighter, your mama tells you, you don't let people play with you. When your mama is a fighter, your mama will tell you, if you let that girl beat you up, I'm going to beat you up on top of it. So, I'm just letting y'all know, okay? My mama was a Pisces. They ain't never ducking smoke, okay? I'm a Gemini. The good twin is usually in control. But the other twin, she a demon. If she would throw the water on me, I would have had to let the second twin emerge, and I would have whooped her ass all up and through that damn boat. And I would have tried to throw her off of the boat. Like, people, like, you willfully try to degrade this woman. You are... Anyways, I told y'all I wasn't going to get mad. I told y'all I wasn't going to get mad, okay? My neighbors don't deserve to hear me ranting at 3 in the morning. But I'm just saying, like... Julia, you are lucky. And then she tried to get ahead of it. And then it was like she was lying. Now I believe Larsa when she said you was cheating on Martina. Because the way you lied to Martina about what happened between you and Gertie, just for us to see that's not so. And Gertie got receipts. You are a raggedy hooker. Maybe I shouldn't call you a hooker. I'm going to let Alexia call you a hooker. But you a raggedy bitch. Yes, you are. Anyways, y'all, let's put a pin in this, okay? Let's put a pin in this. I promise I'm gonna be back next week. But after next week, if they playing in my girl's face, I don't know. But please like, comment, and subscribe, and thanks for watching.